This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Pulp Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is Return to the Land of Turu the Terrible. It was written by Thomas Grooms, who is also our keeper of arcane lore. It's based on the 1964 Johnny Quest TV series, specifically Season 1, Episode 15. But for us, this is episode 1. Before we begin, please consider joining our Patreon. Your generous contributions are what keeps us in production. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. Thomas?
Hey, this should be a fun scenario. We're going to do a Pulp Cthulhu. It's probably a medium pulp. Your characters are extremely competent and possess, different talents. And of course, the technology is beyond what would be typical for the mid 1960s, bordering on fantastical. So, I loved this show as a kid. My best episodes had these monsters, advanced technology, exotic locations, and a great villain. Um, My adolescent brain, though, kind of glossed over the problematic parts, that horrible and stereotypical depictions of indigenous people, and the African pygmies, those just horrible episodes. But anyways, but at the time, it was just kind of ahead of its time, actually. The series focused on two fathers basically raising two children, one adopted, alone on an island. Also, Haji didn't have that funny Indian accent, like on The Simpsons or something. So, um, so much older now, but it's still one of my guilty pleasures. Some basic game mechanics. One of the things, just to kind of mimic the show, go ahead and split the party. Most of the times, the boys and Bandit are facing dangerous situations, while their father and Race are, especially their father may just only passively ask, "Where are the boys?" You know.
Are they
So,
out playing with the alligators again?
yeah, I mean, he'll look up every once in a while and turn to Race like, "Where's the boys?" Race is much more of a father to the kids than Benton Quest is. But anyways, for the player running Bandit, and so you've got a particularly difficult job, Lucas. You can't communicate directly with the players. Just you can't talk to them, but you can describe how you're reacting to situations and use your body language, barking, and other means to communicate. And again, if the party is just speculating on the scenario, the situation, feel free then just to join that conversation. So, last bit, remember this is a tight family unit that cares and loves one another. Although they may go in their different directions, they always come back together in the end. So, with that said, we're going to try a cold opening. Credits roll, the classic, sound effects, opening. The boys are okay, so our cold opening. We're in Palm Key. It's the Quest compound. It's March 10th, 1965. It's a Wednesday. And Palm Key is this small sandy island off the southern tip of Florida. It's the home and research lab for the Quest team. The island has like an airship, a hangar, pier, and a radio tower, and it's only home for the Quest team itself. Um, so you're all standing outside the Quest compound. Haji and Johnny are putting on their rocket belts. Dr. Quest is at a small control panel, and Race is fitting Bandit into his new rocket armor. Dr. Quest has this kill switch in case the experiment goes awry, and the boys are there to fly with Bandit. Um, so Race has set up two strawman targets near the runway, and Dr. Quest has implanted this control chip and Bandit's neck. And that area is still tender and shaved. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys.
Fidgeting Bandit.
Now, come on, Bandit. You can do this.
Yes, Bandit, you can do this.
Ready, boys?
Ready.
Right. Releasing controls to Bandit now.
So Bandit slowly lifts off the ground, and I'm assuming you're flying towards the boys. First roll is a pilot roll. How can Bandit control this?
Okay, let's see what this old dog can do. Bought 3, so.
Oh, excellent. You don't even have to push it or anything.
He's gaining altitude.
He's looking good. He's looking
Stabilizers seem to be going well. Yes.
He's a natural at this, Haji, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he really likes it.
Now fly around, Bandit. Then come back here and shoot the target. That's good. That's good. You're heading straight for it.
So is Bandit enjoying himself? Is he really liking this? Let's see.
He's liking it.
He's liking it. All right, cool.
Look at him
Now-
go. Oh, sorry.
Now
He's going to stay up there all day.
take aim at the first target. That's the straw man near the runway.
And a 71 to hit it. Peppering the runway with lasers.
Just picture that, Bandit. Just picture that crab that pinched your tail last week.
Focus, Bandit. Focus.
And just
All
veering off towards the trees nearby, chasing after a squirrel.
As that squirrel kind of gets away, you do your circle back towards those straw targets, those straw man targets. You see that there's a large toucan. Johnny and Haji and Race see this large toucan land on the target that Bandit is kind of focused on. Bandit, what do you do? Johnny and Haji, what are you doing too? Bird just landed right there on it. Just as Bandit's coming around, circling, you can even see the laser kind of heating up. And he's gonna blow it away.
Johnny, Bandit's going to hurt the bird.
Bandit, don't shoot. Don't shoot.
All right, Bandit. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Johnny.
No. Just
Okay.
be mindful of the bird.
In that case, I'll and just instead of lay off the lasers and then just try to do like a tight loop-de-loop around the tree and then head back in their direction.
Okay. The toucan kind of looks up surprised. He sees this dog flying over top of him. It gives you a squawk. Not an angry squawk, but kind of a grateful squawk that you didn't kill it. It takes off. Bandit, are you going to take that shot now?
I'm back
Yeah.
around, Bandit.
Yeah, I'll take another shot at the straw dummies on the runway. And this is a 60 this time, so still a miss.
Okay, so your laser and Dr. Quest, it slams into the runway and just blows like this 6-foot diameter hole into that runway. I think you might need to adjust that just a
Yeah,
little.
our calibration's a little off. The aim is, let's see, I'm calibrating. And the power's too high too. I think we need to lower that power. All right, Bandit, fly around. Try the other target. This should bring him right over where we're standing.
And Race, you know you're going to be the one who has to go out there and patch that runway. So,
Oh, yeah. That's an impressive invention, Dr. Quest.
Oh, well, you know, it'd be impressive if it actually works. We'll see if a dog's mind is able to properly control the mechanism. All right, here he comes.
Aroo! Yeah, I guess being remotely piloted by Dr. Quest, I'm assume just kind of wildly paddling my legs uselessly as it's kind of carrying me in a direction I didn't intend to go.
are you going to fire? Oh, go ahead.
I'm wondering if Bandit seems to understand that he's actually under his own control.
And
well, we'll find out.
yeah, I guess I'll try and fire the thing again. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
100.
You
Botchamania.
see,
Well, that was a short game.
yeah. Dr. Quest, that laser does not fire this time, and in fact, you see smoke coming from it. You will have
All
to
right,
tweak this.
we're aborting. I'm taking over, and I wheel him around and I bring him. Race, you're going to have to catch him. There's a malfunction.
I'm ready for that.
So I start to bring him in low and slowing down so that he can
All
catch
right.
it.
And this is
He
where
might be on fire.
He's just smoking a little bit, and this is where we would fade out.
I grab Bandit and easy boy, easy, and start to unstrap him from the rocket belt.
Yeah, the armor's hot. Well.
Oh well.
All right, no harm done. You find yourself now, we're going to just jump ahead. You're inside the Quest compound. It's right before bedtime, basically. Dr. Benton Quest, you get a radio transmission. It's not visual, it's all just, yeah. You got to break out the old radio.
KB914527 receiving. What can I do for you? This is Dr. Benton Quest.
Hey, Quest. This is Agent Derek Ironwood.
Ah, Mr. Ironwood. Long time no hear from you.
Yeah. Hey, how's that race doing?
Race is fine.
Okay. Well, I've got something for you. We need your help. I just got word that American mining team, that's been excavating the trinoxide.
Yeah, in Brazil.
Yeah, they just hit a mother lode.
Ah, that's good news.
Yeah, it's great news, but it's going to take them years, maybe, to completely recover it. Fortunately, we have a problem.
Okay, what's the problem?
Operation is shut down right now. They're under attack by some animals. There's several casualties reported, and many of the men have already left.
We had some difficulty in that area before. There's quite a few large wild animals, alligators, birds, for lack of a better term.
You have a reputation for dealing with these unusual problems.
And they don't know what it is.
No, they're just Matt Vickery, the foreman. He's beside himself. So if you can, get to Brazil as soon as you can, but keep a low profile.
We'll fire up the jet and be there.
Get to Macapa, the international airport. I'll meet you there. I have a supply boat leaving from Macapa in 3 days. Supply boat. You should see a friendly face. You know that skipper? That was.
Oh yeah. Vaguely. I don't remember him. I don't remember him that well, but one face out of a million.
Well, look for the Esmeralda. Like I said, I'll meet you at the airport. We can discuss this later.
You got it, Mr. Ironwood. Over and out. Race.
Yes, Doctor.
We are headed back to Brazil. You remember our little adventure there looking for the trioxide. I guess they're having some problems with large animals.
Do you think it's alligators, crocodiles?
Well, I've long since wondered how that pterodactyl got there. I mean, that crazy madman Dean. I don't know how he got it, but if it's another one of those sort of things, I mean, there's room for scientific investigation. We need to get the jet ready. We're heading towards Macapa, and we need to be there before 3 days is out, which is not a problem at all.
There's
are the boys in,
no time to
are the
waste.
boys in bed already, or?
I'll get them packed in
All
shortly.
right. Tell them the adventure's up again.
Oh yes, into the jungle. They turn around and walk towards the boys, saying, "Boys, get ready. We're going off on an adventure."
Oh, cool. Where are we going?
We're going back to Brazil.
Well, you hear that? You hear that, Bandit? We're going back to Brazil.
Yes, Bandit, you will have a second chance with those crocodiles.
Bark, 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 bark. Should be cool, right, Haji?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. You ready to go?
Sure. Let me just pack my my stuff. Make sure I got my rifle with me.
Now, don't forget your viewcoms.
Oh no, I won't. I won't forget those, Rays. Of course not.
And also start any preparations necessary for the team's expedition to go.
Right. You can get whatever equipment you need. Anything special you want to take?
Well, the last time we went, we were surveying for the metal. In this case, I'm really interested in possible biological things. So I bring all the stuff necessary for sampling plants and animals, and possibly a large net gun to capture something.
Cool. Yeah, you'll have a
like
full day to prep.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just move on. Basically, you got prepped. Everybody's in the cool jet, and you're arrive in Macapa. At the airport, you see this big dark-haired man standing there with a little sign saying Quest, and you recognize him immediately. It is, of course, one of the agents from Intelligence One, an old friend of Race's, Derek Ironwood.
I smile when I see him and approach him. Derek, long time no see.
Hey, great to see you, old man. How's it going?
It's all going good, all going good. And we are here. I've been told by Dr. Quest that you have some work for us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I hate to have to call you in on this, but you know how important this ore is to us. Um, we're gonna move it into the car. He's gonna hand you some information. Gonna hand you a couple dossiers. One's on Dean, the old man on top of the mountain, and another one is there's a doctor, Dr. Lorenzo, that is out there with the mining team and the villagers that live nearby at the base of the mountain. You, Dr. Quest, you know of Lorenzo, Dr. Lorenzo. You went to a conference with him once.
Intelligence One, January 20th, 1965. Dr. Bruce Hammond, Chair of Folklore and Mythology, Miskatonic University, was interviewed at his office regarding Dean Stokely. Under no distress, the witness provided the following information. February 1960, Dean Stokely, Miskatonic University professor of folklore and ancient languages, disappeared from campus, according to Bruce Hammond, history professor at Miskatonic University. An unnamed undergraduate student was delivering books from the Orrin Library to Dean Stokely on a bitterly cold February day. Bruce Hammond assisted the student by helping to carry the books and directing the student to the correct office. Upon entering Stokely's office, Bruce Hammond found that the professor was in a hurry packing various pieces of recording equipment and books into suitcases. Bruce Hammond recalls that the books being delivered from the library were mostly focused on lost civilizations and the Amazonian rainforest, including a copy of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World. Upon inquiry as to what Dean Stokely was doing, he went into a frenzy and told Bruce Hammond that this was an opportunity of a lifetime. Dean Stokely further stated that his research in the Himalayan mountains had directly led him to the discovery of a hidden society of ancient beings that may still inhabit the subterranean spaces of this planet. Holding handwritten notes from the Necronomicon, Dean Stokely proclaimed that it was all true. After a brief goodbye, Dean Stokely hurried off. He has not returned. Facts at the time of disappearance, Dean Stokely was a tenured professor at Miskatonic University since 1937. Born December 3rd, 1901 in Auburn, Indiana. He is a Caucasian male, no distinguishing marks except for a poorly healed broken left leg that left him with a severe limp, unmarried with no siblings. Funding for various expeditions across the globe in search of lost civilizations provided by a private entrepreneur, Nathan Thomas, a man linked to Napoleon Sen. Some familiar and distressing names there. The second document is from Intelligence One, Miami, Florida, October 8th, 1961, October 5th, 1961. Can't quite read what that says. Date in which the incident occurred. Agent Phil Corvin. Mark George Lorenzo, MD. And I can't quite read what the classification he is. Animal
Monstrosity.
monstrosity. Interesting. Um, Synopsis of facts. Dr. Mark Lorenzo, physician and infectious disease specialist, graduate of Yale University, 1948, married to Clara Richards, one son, Julian, born 1959. Red Cross expedition, October 5th, 1963, Varadero Beach, Cuba. Dr. Lorenzo reports to local authorities an encounter with the washed-up remains of an unidentified sea creature. He describes it as a pinkish lobster-like animal about 5 feet long with a crustaceous body, bearing dorsal fins or membranous wings and several sets of articulated limbs. Head was ovoid, covered with multitudes of short tentacles or antennae. National Recovery Police Force investigated but found no evidence of the creature. Dr. Lorenzo was expelled from Cuba the next day. Injured, deceased. As with other cases involving the fungi crustaceans, no remains have been recovered. Dr. Lorenzo was detained by Intelligence One agents upon his return to Florida. No charges of espionage were filed if Dr. Lorenzo remains silent regarding the encounter. Monitoring of communications deemed unnecessary. This is all top secret and classified. Can I do a Cthulhu Mythos roll to see if any of this sounds vaguely familiar? Thomas?
I thought it was, yes.
Oh, I got a 19.
Ooh,
What's my
you're
Cthulhu
close.
Mythos?
You're 5, I
It's
think.
5. I have to spend a lot of luck. But this is Pulp Cthulhu. I'm going to spend the luck to bring it down to a success. And I look like this for a moment, and I think, I wonder if he's referring to, there's a lot of legends about a sort of crustaceous race that lives in mountains, the Himalayas. There's been odd reports, usually in areas like Virginia, places that are, a little cut off from the rest of the world. But I think the Himalayan word, the Tibetan word for it is Migoi, something like that. I'll have to do some more further research to see if I can find it, but that's odd. And they seem to know at least a little bit about these crustaceans. Probably just big lobsters. So, Mr. Ironwood, you think have your people in Brazil run across these sort of things?
No, it's not really my expertise on these odd sightings. They've just, Intelligence One just keeps track of any threats to the United States. We kind of keep track of the weird stuff.
No.
So,
Well, one of the inherent problems of the whole concept is that crustaceans and insects and things like that can't get that big anymore. There's not enough oxygen in the atmosphere for them to sustain that large size. So it's probably somebody mistaking something else without any kind of expertise.
right. As far as I know, we've never seen anything like this. No, the only thing that's freaking dinosaurs. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, we're still wondering about that. It's too bad we weren't able to get some kind of sample from the
You
the
know that
animal.
they did dredge it, and the only body they pulled up was Dean's.
Well, tar pits are a tricky thing. Animals can sink quite deep into them. Might be interesting at some point to excavate the entire tar pit area.
They're quite large. Now, okay, Dr. Quest, you know that tar pits are, it's up on this mountain, which is some 3,000 feet above. It's weird to have, very, very unusual to have these tar pits up there.
Oh yeah, there's definitely got to be volcanic activity inside the
Right,
mountain.
right.
Um, the only major ones that I know about are in California, um, but they're practically at sea level.
Exactly. It's just not something, it's not a phenomenon that you've ever encountered up on top of a 3,000 foot high, roughly, mountain top.
You know, the Earth is a strange and unusual place.
It is a strange and unusual place.
Well, I think that we're prepared.
All right, and we'll just put you right on the boat to another little fade out commercial break. You see, you're on this, you're walking down the dock. There is this boat called the Esmeralda. It is a metal hulled crane ship, so it has a very large crane in the front. Um, there's an enclosed bridge near the back. Um, you see, like I said, a familiar face, the skipper.
I don't remember from the episode if he gave us his name.
He was just called the skipper. It was just the skipper. Um, you see a man with fair skin, brown hair, dark eyes. He wears a blue hat and a white shirt and a gray vest and jeans. And you remember he likes to curse a lot. He waves you over. Hey, long time no see.
Good to
Hello,
see you again,
Skipper.
Skipper.
Yeah. How do you like the upgrade? The old boat that you were in, the Amazon Queen, was just a wooden
Damaged.
ship with, yeah. This is a
Wow.
big change.
I
You
settled.
you upgraded your boat, Skipper.
Yes, I'm running supplies back and forth to, he looks around, no real reason for that mining operation up the river.
You see, boys, be careful getting on board.
You see, he's got help. There is a thin, very, very thin man, probably in his 20s, again, white male, thinning black hair, wears a baseball cap. He's got a long scar across his face. Like I said, he's extremely thin, but about average height. Um, he kind of looks up to you and just turns back down and is continuing whatever work he's doing. Um, he's got a peppermint stick in his mouth, is about the only distinguishing. Welcome aboard, Skipper says.
And I'll just walk across and maybe ask if there's still a lot of crocodiles here.
Oh, yeah, there's been a lot of crocodiles.
I
Is
load
it
our
true, Dad?
luggage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go on.
Is it true, Dad, that crocodiles are basically some type of dinosaur?
Oh, they're older than a lot of the dinosaurs. That's true. They haven't
Wow.
changed much over the millennia, um, except there were a few species that were a lot bigger,
Even bigger than that? Wow.
bigger than this boat.
And as you may know, the skipper is showing some of his ignorance. There's no crocodiles. They're the caimans. Those are a species of kind of alligator, but yeah,
Right. They're smaller.
be more,
They're
yeah, to be more
they'll
specific.
eat they'll eat fish more than they'll eat you, but still don't want to get bit.
No, you do not want to get bit by them. So yeah, I did. They load your stuff up. There's a couple cabins below deck for you. He brings you in. Skipper's, very friendly. Will chat your ear off. Um, Paul, he'll introduce his little helper, Paul, there. Paul doesn't say much, what the skipper will say.
Does is does Paul speak English or is he speaking mostly Portuguese?
He speaks English when he does talk. But he's, like I said, quietly working, gets, you know, you pull away from the dock and you're on your way.
Hmm. Grace, this should be an interesting adventure. Um, they seem to be plagued by some animals. I don't know. We're already aware of the rather large uh, extinct pteranodon. I'm wondering if we'll see anything like it.
Well, we'll be ready for it, whatever it is.
Well, you make sure the boys stay out of trouble. Um, and watch Bandit. He'd make a nice snack for those caimans.
I'm sure he's going to be quite able to defend himself, but yes, I check back on the boys, what they are doing, if they are not sticking their hands into the water or something like that.
And speaking of, Bandit is kind of running circles around the boys, barking, and then kind of like running into the direction of the crew and barking a whole bunch, and then back to the boys, and then running around circles around them and barking at them again.
Johnny, it looks like Bandit wants something.
Yeah. What is it, boy?
And Bandit's gonna kind of head off. Look, what members of the crew are remaining on deck? Like, kind of.
There's only two. It is Skipper and
It's just two of them. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. In that case, Bandit kind of runs a quick circle around the boys, barking a little bit, and then kind of makes his way over to a box and just bark, 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 and kind of leans out from the side of the box, looking in Paul's direction, and then kind of comes back around and turns back to look at the boys again and bark, bark, bark.
Is it? What do you think, Hodge? Is it the box or this this Paul that he's
I don't
interested
know.
in?
I can't tell. Well, we can open the box. Let's see what's in it.
Yeah. You opening the box?
Bandit just kind of like sits down and shakes his head.
Oh, this isn't it. Is it this help that the skipper has?
Bark, bark, bark,
He
bark.
seems. Hmm. And this Paul is just doing regular, normal. He's not doing anything special, right?
No, he's just doing what you would expect any, first mate, I guess, to do on a ship.
Do you smell something on him, Bandit?
Bark, bark, bark.
Sorry.
I don't know, Johnny. I don't know if he likes him.
He seems to be a little weirded out by him. Let's keep an eye on this Paul.
And then Bandit kind of stands up again, kind of runs some circles around them, barking again, bark, 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 and then kind of like sits down behind Johnny's leg and kind of peers past Johnny's leg, staring in the direction of Paul.
And don't worry, Bandit. We're all here. If anything happens, we'll take care of it. Haji and I will not let anything happen to you.
I'll go talk to Paul. I'll walk over there and what is it that you do for the captain? What are you working on? I don't know much about boats.
Oh, I do about everything that the skipper wants me to do. We make these runs all the time. I load the equipment, I unload the equipment, I tie the boat to the dock, you tie it, when the skipper is sleeping or resting, I pilot the boat. Maybe he'll let you pilot yourself.
Hey, I would do that. I've never driven a boat before.
Yeah, he's pretty particular about this one. He really liked his old one, but really likes this one. And Paul's always looking down when he's talking to you. He's always doing something else.
So would I go talk to the captain if I want to do the boat?
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go over there.
Johnny, what do you think? Do you want to try to pilot the boat?
Ask him how long he's been here on this boat.
How long have you been on this boat? How long have you been working for the captain?
Oh, since he got this new one. When he's
Oh,
tying, he's wrapping a rope around his arm.
is there anything I can help you with?
Nope. I think once we clear and get onto the river, he might let you pilot the boat.
Okay. Is there any other noticeable characteristics about him other than he's just kind of dismissive? I know I'm not very old, but
You keep an eye on him if you want.
okay.
Can I
It's
do
gonna be a long trip.
psychology on him to see if he's like genuine about his work, or if
Sure.
he's just not looking at us because he's not comfortable, or if he's trying to hide something, or maybe it's just, some people just don't like eye contact. I have half, just about a hard,
Okay.
exactly a hard extreme
It's
hard
kind of hard
success.
to read him. He is really doesn't have a lot of facial expressions on this. He's looking down. He seems to be uncomfortable around other people. Um, Even with the
Just
skipper, he just kind of just does his thing. He doesn't seem to be lying to you though.
okay. I mean,
He does
just
work.
not just not liking people, not making eye contact. There's
Right.
nothing wrong, inherently wrong with that.
No, I mean, he's just a scrawny young man working a boat, is what you get a sense of. He's not lying to you.
Okay. Maybe usually people who work on boats are not very scrawny, right? It's pretty physical work, but
Right.
he seems to be able to handle himself well.
Yes.
Okay. I'll just say to Haji. Yeah, maybe we should ask the pilot if ask the skipper if we can pilot this thing. Could be fun. Come on, Bandit.
You go ask first.
Oh, it was your idea.
It was. He said we might. You ask.
Uh, sure. Okay.
I'm
And
gonna turn to Race and Dr. Quest. Where are you? Are you in with the skipper?
No, I'm actually sitting so that I can look out over the jungle. I've been sort of bird watching.
Okay. Race, you doing anything?
I would be at the front of the boat, watching the river, you know, trying to assist the skipper if there is anything in the water, like
Okay.
logs or anything like that.
All right. Well, you're gonna find out there's gonna be like 8 days on this thing. It's not a short trip. Um, and we're gonna red line a lot of that. So as you're you're on this boat. You're going to be here for a while. Um, I suspect the Dr. Quest is looking for what birds?
I'm
Right?
making a list of every species that I see along.
So, and then let's just give you like a little setting here. Okay, so the trip's going to take 8 days. They're going to be low 80s in temperature, so it's going to be warm, but not really really hot. It's occasionally rainfall during the day. Uh,
Humid.
it's wildlife. Yes, it's humid. It's uncomfortable to be out for a long period of time, but the sun's beating down on you. It's a wide river. There's the sounds once you get past the cities and stuff and get deeper into the to the rainforest. You start to the wildlife is just all over. The sounds of monkeys, birds, mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are all over the place, Dr. Quest. Um,
Now, I suppose that I don't get a lot of time to spend with my boys, so I take the opportunity to at least try to make their play into constructive play. And I probably spend all 8 days blathering at them about the various bird species and insect species and fish species and monkey species and how many species of butterfly can you boys find? And they're probably bored with me, but then I'm their dad. I do that anyway.
right. And they're
So,
stuck on a boat with you. Not a
and I
huge
don't know how to be kumbaya warm. I just know how to be, every opportunity to teach a lesson.
race. What are you doing with the boys then?
I would be more on the practical side, right? So train some judo with the boys, and of course playing with Bandit. Try to teach them at least the theoretical part of survival skills in the jungle. Skills that might be useful. And, maybe try some fishing if there is a possibility
Yes,
to relax
fishing for
with the
sure.
boys.
You see lots of boats pass you with just baskets full of fish, lots of fruit, um, and those containers of the latex, the sap, you know. So
Target
that,
practice.
yeah, once you get kind of past a lot of the civilization, yeah, you can pull out the guns and start shooting.
Just don't
Johnny,
shoot any animals.
what are you doing?
Um, if I haven't piloted the boat already, I'm probably
He'll
gonna
let
bother this. Okay.
he'll let you eventually.
Uh, I'll still ask the skipper each day for like, can we pilot the boat again for a bit?
Yeah.
And keep an eye on Bandit. See that he doesn't end up in some Cayman, and just playing with Hodge.
Haji, what are you doing? Just
I'm just kind of backing up Johnny. And if he's not piloting the boat, I'm asking to pilot the boat.
right there.
And
All right. Okay, so
Good.
Bandit, what are you doing on this? You know some stuff.
First gonna make use of this new if they're making me wear the my little jetpack jacket thing with the robot arm and try to
Not
make use.
always. Not
Okay,
always. I
okay.
mean, I would assume it's up to Dr. Quest how often or Race how often they want to put that thing on you.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
It's a little
keeping like a
yeah,
life vest while I'm at sea.
it's a little dangerous because if he, you know, flies 100 feet from us and falls in the water, it's going to take us a while to get to him. So yeah, we won't do any of those tests right now.
You think you've got it
Aircraft
dialed in
landing.
though, Dr. Quest, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, gonna make my way around the boat, sniffing for anything unusual or out of the ordinary. and trying to stay out of Paul's line of sight as much as possible.
Yeah. Do we notice anything about Paul these few days, or is he just
Yeah, give me a spot hidden, whoever's watching him. Haji, Johnny.
because if Bandit keeps out of his way, I'll probably notice and see if I can see anything
I think
about
you
it.
got by, the second, third day that Bandit's kind of staying away from Paul. Paul's trying to avoid you as well. I mean, they make meals, they serve, Paul will put out meals each day. He'll pilot the boat, stuff like that, but it's kind of hard to avoid you, but he is trying to avoid, especially Bandit.
Well, my spot hidden is 70, so I passed.
Oh yeah. What
It's pretty high.
just a pass?
Yeah, just a pass.
We're
Haji.
Yeah, on the sheet. I don't know where mine is.
Oh, let me see. I hope I have it on yours.
I'll roll anyway, but
Yeah, give me a roll and then we'll
I
go
got a-
from
I
there.
got a
Oh yeah,
24.
you're down at you've got a 60.
I got a 24 that I rolled.
Okay, so you got hard for sure. All right, so Johnny, Haji, you both recognize that Paul is really strong for his size. I mean, you two are in good shape, especially Johnny, but he's no bigger than you. If that, he may be taller, but that's about it. He's no wider, but he's really strong. He seems to pick up stuff and doesn't even grunt. It doesn't seem to affect him. Haji, and this is again, you're catching this over a period of like 3 days where you're on the boat, just kind of observing him. Um, Haji, there's mosquitoes all over and various biting insects, and Paul doesn't seem to really react to them if they're on him. He may eventually brush them away, but he doesn't seem to be all that bothered by them.
But they get on him as often as us. It's not
Really
like
does.
they.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And when he does brush, I mean, when he does brush off a mosquito or some kind of biting insect, you do see blood. But he doesn't seem to be bothered by them. Maybe he's just used to them.
Is it enough to make us feel uncomfortable, or is it just we kind of like notice it?
You just notice it.
Okay. I might say something to Johnny. Johnny, you notice that he doesn't seem to be affected by the mosquitoes, and he's really, really strong.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I think I've seen it. I've seen it. He also doesn't seem to get winded or anything after carrying like those heavy boxes. Like, I think even Race would get tired of them, of moving such boxes.
Kind of weird. Okay.
Now, maybe I'll talk to Race and tell him like, how do I get strong like that? Because he seems to be in peak shape, this Paul guy.
Yeah, let's do that.
Race, have you seen this Paul? He's might be even stronger than you.
That sounds weird, as he looks a rather young and skinny man, but it would be possible. Are you bothering this man while he's
No,
working?
no. I wouldn't dare. Haji just noticed that he just picks up crates like it's nothing, like they're filled with air.
Well,
He
maybe
doesn't
they're
get
just
winded and he's not bothered by any mosquitoes. He's a very interesting fellow. And Bandit seems a little afraid of him or hesitant to be around him.
that is a bit suspicious. I'll pay closer attention. And from that moment on, yes, I start watching Paul.
Okay.
If he
Go
displays
ahead and give
any-
me a spot hidden as well, then. Sure, watching Paul over the next few days.
Is there a lot of
Yeah.
cargo on the ship?
Yes, and I'll tell you here in a second once I race what you
What's
get.
That's a success.
Just a regular success.
Yes.
You confirm everything that Haji and Johnny just told you. Bandit, you've asked. There are lots of cargo on this. Um, there's just kind of going through it. Again, small ship. They're not restricting you from anything. Um, Probably bored. You're reading stuff. It's canned food, tea, some coffee, um, bags of rice. There's gasoline and kerosene, big containers of that. Which to your point of on Paul, you've seen him pick these things up and just kind of move them every once in a while.
Nothing that smells out of the ordinary for
Oh, if you're
a,
sniffing,
a normal dog of the world such as myself.
you pick up definitely the overpowering smell of the kerosene.
Yeah.
A bleach smell. You get those are your big thing, and you see some propane gas
Okay.
containers.
Okay.
Lots of boxes down there.
what kind of fuel does this boat use? Kerosene?
Sure that petrol, yeah, some kind of
Bunker oil.
petrol, yeah.
Hmm. And why
How
is he
much
moving
car-
these boxes around? Where is he taking them? Is he just shuffling from side to side and putting them
No,
back?
no, no. It's you've seen him over the past few days. Every once in a while, you may have to shift something or just move it out of the way. He doesn't seem
Oh,
to be
okay.
bothered by it. He's not picking up stuff and shifting it, but sometimes cargo gets shifted a wee bit, or he's picking
Okay,
up these
okay.
large ropes as well. Um,
If
Fair.
if we're carrying cargo, have we stopped a couple of places on the way and taken cargo off, put cargo on?
no, this is all going to the mining operation.
Okay.
Or
How
everything
how
seems
much?
to be, and to the villagers. So you'll know talking to the skipper or something that they're supplying not only the mining operation, but as well as the villagers who have been helping with that mining operation as well. He'll also tell you, again, we about 4 or 5 days into this, you'll catch a couple other things. Skipper will say, those men up there, they're getting mighty skittish. Um, they say the mountain is creeping them out. They can't wait to get back home. And
Well,
you'll find
that's
out that his old boat, the Amazon Queen, is left at the village for the miners to use in emergencies.
are the miners mostly natives or
No, it's an all-American team. He thinks Skipper's scratching his head. 20 some, maybe 22 men.
that's it's kind of unusual. I mean, I can imagine him not liking the humidity and the mosquitoes and stuff like that, but I wonder where he hired them from. They're not usually superstitious or afraid of their own shadow. I can understand why some of the natives, they might know what kind of animals are out there. Or maybe it's just being in the unknown because they're quite remote from
Yeah.
civilization.
Yeah, you put them up on top of, 3,000 miles high mountaintop, you don't know what they're going to do, how they're going
And
to react to that.
You mean 3,000 feet high?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yes. That's pretty high.
That would have been some damn mountain. Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. Um,
And Skipper, how often do you make these runs?
we make it every 2 weeks as long as the ore is still coming out. We bring supplies and we take the ore. We drop off supplies. We bring the ore back.
We've
We can't carry that much ore at one time, and we're trying to keep this a low profile.
we've been monitoring their progress, at least to some extent. Um, they supposedly hit a mother lode, so
Oh, really? So,
it's very valuable. The trinoxide is it's a lightweight material, lighter than what they usually use. They've been using it in the space program because if we can build lighter, spacecraft, we definitely want to get to the moon first, don't we?
gotta
The
beat
Russians
those
are, yeah,
Russians.
the Russians have been working on it. I think they're currently working on the Saturn V, which with it's extremely valuable. Uh, looks like silver, but it's not silver.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Oh,
but
there's
it's not
probably a
really
piece.
it's not really valuable or useful to anyone else.
Now
It's
you
not
gotta
like
know what to do with it. You notice that he's got a piece of it as a paperweight
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, it's an interesting stone, uh, hard and lightweight. So yeah, of course that paperweight is a minuscule piece of
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Curiosity mostly. How much are they taking out a day? Tons,
As
probably.
much as they can, the operation's pretty much by hand. So, and then they have to get it down off the mountain. They're using some villagers for all that to help them move it. But yeah, we're not getting
Yeah,
much.
that's the real, that's the hard part because it's a very hard metal. So
And if
digging it out by hand.
yeah, I don't feel, I feel for the boys.
Also, it's often mixed in with a lot of iron, or it has to be smelted out. Um, but it's not native to Earth either. This is all from meteorites
Really?
uh, that that fell millions of years ago. So it's located in little spots around the planet.
Oh, he looks at that piece that he's got. What can I? Yeah, really?
Yes, that was probably born in a supernova billions of years ago, and now it's ended up on Earth, and it's they're holding down your report, your map.
He picks it up and he tosses it up. This little thing. That's fascinating. That's pretty interesting.
Well, what most people don't understand is, and I pointed at the Amazon River, is that water. We think of water as something we drink every day, but that water is also as old as the planet, maybe older than the planet. So we don't get new water from anywhere.
You kind of see the skipper kind of glaze over after a while after you've talked to him,
Yeah.
scientists like whatever. And you're going on. Any other thing before got that little red line going through? We're gonna take a swing north here. All right,
Uh,
go ahead. Who's somebody?
no, I was
Oh,
nothing.
okay. Um, all right, so it's a 6 day. Um, you start to turn off of the Amazon River, off this broad river. The Kuru, Kuru River starts to head north. You can see in the distance as you're getting onto this narrower tributary, these mountains off to the distance. And again, the this river becomes much narrower, and the canopy kind of leans over. You get more shade now. You start to get dark shadows across the water. And the terrain as you're going along for the next few days here starts to get much hillier and rockier. Um, anyone want to do anything before I move on? Are we good? So, as you notice, seventh day, you're almost there. You're just another day or two. Um, all that animal sounds that you were hearing in the jungle, jungle into the forest there, it starts to soften. At first you don't notice it because you got this ambient noise going on constantly. But maybe you wake up that morning of the eighth day, and it's pretty silent. Um, there's an occasional outburst of an animal in distress someplace in the deeper into the woods, but that's it. And Doctor, you've been looking for birds. Yeah, there's a bird every once in a while, but it's nowhere near what you would expect.
Grace, do you notice that we're starting to have that overly quiet? Have you noticed not as many frogs or birds or?
Yes, Dr. Quest, and it is worrying. Usually in nature, this silence means the presence of a predator, is an apex predator. But that's temporary,
Yeah,
when the
yeah,
predator is near. While here we've been traveling for a couple of hours, it has been quiet.
in the Amazon rainforest, there's millions of species per square mile. Even if there was a large jaguar or something, there you'd still hear the bugs and the insects and the birds. It's disquieting.
You still get
It
plagued
will,
by mosquitoes every once in a while. They're still out there.
Boys, have you been putting on the insect repellent that I invented last week?
No elaborate
yes, yes. Thankfully, we brought enough canisters of it to last
We
us
don't
for
want
the
to get
entire journey.
we don't want to get malaria.
Oh no.
I don't put it on that much. I don't think Bandit likes the smell of it. He doesn't want to play
Yeah,
as much when I put it on.
No, I'll start working on that cure for malaria then.
Yes.
I was surprised, Dr. Quest. I thought you might be an elaborate sonic device or something that you could, drive the mosquitoes away instead of a
Well,
topical
there's been work
screen.
on sonic devices that supposedly drive insects away. I think they're mostly malarkey. I think the insects get used to it too quickly and just come back. And it's interesting that you bring that up, and I start talking about the subsonic harmonization of various things in physics, and finally I realized that he just turns away from me, and I'm like, good, that's exactly what I wanted to have.
All right. As you're going along, this is the eighth day. This is that morning. You're going to be there in the village in the afternoon, probably late afternoon is what the skipper tells you. Um, yeah, other than the mosquitoes, the buzzing sounds of some insects and stuff, it's fairly quiet. You're waking up, probably out on the deck, maybe drinking coffee, some tea or something, having a smoke. Yeah. You notice that the sunlight now, the canopy has really gotten thick, and the sunlight barely breaks through. You get that little rays every once in a while, an opening in the canopy. But then the vegetation is even taking on this unnatural purple violet hue. Give me a natural world roll, anyone who wants, especially the doctor.
Oh, I have 50%. My father taught me well.
Are we putting that in with the
Uh,
science?
You should have a natural world. If you don't, go with your science.
If nobody passes, I can spend 1 luck to make it, but
I got a hard.
Okay.
okay.
Bandit gets a success, 29 out of 40. Just upset about the state of the sky, just kind of doing circles, looking up and barking. Bark,
Bark, bark, bark.
Yeah, Dr. Quest, you had a 60 in natural world, but you got it hard. You
Oh,
said,
did I?
yeah, it's in there. It's under medical natural world. But you passed, right?
I passed.
Yeah. All right. Those who succeeded, those plants only look this purple violet in the dark. In areas where it's exposed to sunlight, they appear
Yep.
normal.
See, there's a strange bioluminescence to some of the plant life. You see there, yeah, it says purple, ultraviolet, glowing.
It, is it glowing or is it just purple color? Or does
It's
it
not
really give off
glowing,
light
it's
in
just
the
giving
dark?
off this. It's not giving off light or anything like that. It just takes on a different hue.
Interesting. Somehow and it's not just on, is it on everything?
It's pretty much, it seems to be all on the vegetation.
And is it on everything of the vegetation or is it just the foliage or also the barks
Oh,
and everything?
yeah, I mean, you even catch some of it on the bark. It just starts to look unnatural. As you're
That's
discussing this on the ship, the deck there, you hear the skipper yell out, "Oh my God, is that the Amazon Queen?" And off to the side, you start to see, as you look, you see that wrecked, partially submerged alongside the shore, that old boat that you took a year ago. Um, Lots of
damaged, rotting, and
debris has gathered over its hull. And the skipper's just yelling out, "That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. What have they done to you, old girl?" And he pulls up
skip.
alongside.
Okay. As he pulls up alongside of it, I'm going to look for a place where there's low-hanging foliage, and I will reach up with my big giant tweezers and pick one of the leaves off of it so that I can examine it under
Do you want
microscope.
any fruits, nuts, like flowers too?
Um, I just want something that seems to be unusually purple. So probably a leaf,
Okay.
at least at the moment. And then I will put it under my microscope. And
Okay, we'll just go around. Race, what are you doing as he's pulling up?
The Amazon Queen, right, is partially being consumed by the jungle. But
Hmm.
does it look like it's 2 weeks of foliage growing on it, or there's more? You know,
Seems
like
like a lot of debris has accumulated on it. You can't really get a good sense of what was on the deck or anything like that. A lot of debris is kind of covering it.
and does it look like the skipper intends to stop by it?
Yeah, he's upset. He's cussing. He's what
how
the hell did they do?
how long ago were we here for?
Oh, over a year.
But the skipper would have seen the boat 2 weeks ago, right, when he was last time in the
Yeah.
village.
Yes.
So
No more than 3 weeks ago. He saw it. Johnny Haji, what are you doing?
I'm just following
Um,
Johnny wherever he goes at this point.
When I see Doc,
I don't, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say when I see Dr. Quest pulling some like leaves and fruits and things off nearby trees, I'm gonna kind of hop up onto the top of one of the nearest boxes that are kind of stacked up near the edge of the boat and kind of leap up and grab something, some purple leaf or some big weird fruit, and bite it down and uh, kind of run around in front of Johnny and Haji throw it up in the air and then eat it.
All right, you got some kind of fruit, something. Um, he's running around, Johnny and Haji, with
Oh, oh, Bandit, the fruit looks a little unnatural. Don't just eat it.
Well,
And
unless the boys tackle me, I am definitely eating this thing.
do you guys want to tackle him?
I would just yell and drop at him. Drop.
yeah,
He's swallowing it
when he
down the
bit
hatch.
into it and it opened, does it look like a normal fruit from the inside, or is it also
Yeah,
discolored?
everything looked right. The only thing, Bandit, that, and I won't send it through the chat or anything. He got no taste to it. There's nothing. Um,
Why'd you do that, Bandit? What's gotten into you all of a sudden? We feed you enough, right?
And Bandit's gonna go run over to the food bowl that they've got poured out and just start eating at that.
Race, as you're looking at the boat, the Amazon Queen, um, you think you may see is that a skull? Is that a human skull?
Mm. Look there, Dr. Quest, Skipper. And I pointed the skull. And is there any visible damage to the Amazon Queen?
Yes, but it's hard to really tell exactly whether or not it was damage from being struck from something external to it, or it hit something you're not quite sure, or maybe something, you just can't tell from up here.
As soon as we get close enough, I will try jumping over to the Amazon Queen.
Yeah, well, give me acrobatics. See how graceful Race is as he jumps over the side.
These results are remarkable. What is it you found there, Race?
I have an extreme success.
Oh, he's expertly landed. Dr. Quest, you're looking at the plan, probably under a magnifying glass or something.
Well,
Nothing
he
looks,
called me. So, yeah.
but just nothing looked unusual when you pulled it down. Nothing,
Okay.
although there's no smell to it. The sap didn't really smell anything. You can feel it. Just there's no smell
Am
to
I
it.
able to reproduce the purple hue by shading it, or
Yeah, once you shade it, it starts to
it's
do
like a
that.
trick of the light, but it's not giving off light. It's just
No, it just gives that, it looks purplish. It's not glowing or anything like that, but what color you see, it's not green anymore. It's purplish.
it's the
It's
way the
purple
light
violet.
it's the way the light is bouncing off of it.
Yeah, you'd have
That's
to really
unusual.
examine this for a while to try to figure out what's going on.
And then I hear Race call my name, and I'm
There you
like,
go.
what is it you found there, Race?
I pick up the human skull and show it to the doctor. Look, does it feel like a human bone? Bone
Oh,
is
yes.
usually cool to touch.
A skipper? Are there cannibals in this area?
No, there's no damn cannibals around here.
Is there any damage to the skull? Like a bullet hole or a smashed part or
Um,
anything?
um, on the skull, no. It has been severed. You're not quite sure what severed it. But what strikes you though is it's stripped of flesh. I mean, it's white. It's been, and if you really look at it closely, Race, if you're really holding it up to you, um, yeah, there's no like, it looks clean. I mean, it just clean inside and out.
If the main boat is close enough, I'll try to pass the skull to Dr. Quest. Doctor, look, it looks like it has been cleaned out by ants.
And
Yeah,
I-
or some insects.
go ahead.
Or
and
some
I
insects,
looked
yeah.
Are there any other bones, like the remainder of the skeleton?
Yes, as you passed up the skull to Dr. Quest, you turn around, you start to move some of that foliage around the broken branches, you know. Um, yeah, you start to see that there's numerous bones laying around here. A
As
lot of
I
long bones.
as I
Pardon?
turn the skull in my hand, do I notice a place where, oh, for instance, a machete was used to hack the head off?
Yeah, you've got a pretty good medical knowledge. No, you don't see anything like those type of cuts. They're teeth marks. There's something that bit into this.
There's evidence that something bit, uh, tried to attack. This person didn't die of natural causes. Probably a large animal. A jaguar could have done this, but jaguars usually drag their prey up into the trees and eat them there. I suppose it could have fallen from higher up. You
Race,
found
as
more of the bones.
you're moving that stuff around, there's multiple long bones that you can see broken. A lot of it all seems to be snapped. Um, there's
Are the
also
bones
personal items just kind of floating there, clothing, books, things like that. And you also see some spent shells lying around.
and the clothing looks like American clothing, right?
Yeah,
Not
this is
something
what,
that would be worn by the natives.
yeah, nothing. It's all, European American clothing that you would expect.
If the books have not rotten away, I will collect the books.
They're
Pass the book.
paperbacks, a lot of just general paperbacks of the time. Yeah, nothing cool. Haji, what are you doing? Are you just watching all this happen?
I'm just watching from the deck, and there's
Okay.
not really much I can do at this point other than just observe.
Johnny, are you just watching or?
Yeah, I'm watching, and is that a real human skull? Wow.
Yeah, here you go, boys. A souvenir. Uh,
Bandit. Oh, Bandit, are you just watching as well, or
This takes a bone in this one.
Here's a snack for Bandit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of following the kids around for now.
okay? Are you up on the
Yeah.
box or something like that, watching all this stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I've already gotten yelled at for grabbing for one thing, so I don't know that I'm gonna go running off with any bones yet. I'm just waiting till Dr. Quest loses interest, and then I'll have my chance.
boys, this is a chance to learn that there are dangers out here. This poor fellow seems to have been the victim of something, some wild animal. Does he have all of his teeth?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is probably not one of the natives. This is probably
Oh yeah, you see
a
affiliates
white
as well.
fellow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
This
indications
definitely
that
came
this-
from civilization, probably a Caucasian like us, and an interesting souvenir. We've got to watch out though for danger. I'll toss
As
the
you're-
skull to
As you're saying this, Race, you're on that boat, you're cleaning up stuff. I mean, or you're pulling some branches off, I assume. The boat shifts a wee bit underneath you. And a few seconds later, a body pops up next to the ship. A
In the water,
corpse, yeah.
is it still meaty?
It's still meaty. It's been chewed on a wee bit, but it's still meaty. It's nothing near what you're observing, what you just handed Dr. Quest, that skull that's clean, and all the other bones that are laying on the the broken deck of this boat, what remains of this ship. All those seem to be clean. I need everyone else other than Race to give me a spot hit. Oh, no, Johnny and Haji and Bandit, since Dr. Quest is busy with his skull.
No, I tossed
All
both
right.
of them. I'm going back to the leaf.
What's the captain and Paul doing while all this is going on? Are they just standing there?
You don't really
or-
see Paul. But the skipper is looking at his boat, his former boat. He loved that boat. He's just cursing. What the hell did those morons do to my ship?
Does
I
it
had
matter if
20
the
years.
does it matter if the spot hidden is hard or regular?
Yeah, just call it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a regular, but I can spend 2 luck to make it a hard.
Oh,
So
no, don't spend luck on this one. Sorry. And anyone else? Bandit, Haji, did you?
I didn't roll. Hold on. Let me do. I got a 21 out of
Oh,
60.
there you go.
Bandit misses 72 out of 70. Too focused on
Bandit
the bones,
misses?
just waiting for Dr. Quest to lose
That
interest
little
and walk
drool
away.
coming out
yeah,
inside.
salivating.
Yeah. All right. Haji, you catch this first. As Race is doing his thing. Um, Race, what are you doing? Let's clarify exactly. The body
I will.
popped up. Are you gonna? It's face down.
Yeah, I will try to lift it out of the water,
You'll
trying to
have to
grab
get
it.
into the water a little bit for that.
Oh, well, tough luck. I'll do it.
No, he's a
I'll
tough
jump
guy.
into.
Use a gaff.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, there's nothing really. I mean, it sounds like Race is just jumping in, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Even
I'll
more.
jump.
Okay, so spot hidden. Haji, you had seen that when he jumps in to the water and gets by the body, you can see the distinctive muzzle, the nose, I guess, of one of those caimans, those alligators in the debris come up. Johnny, you catch that after Haji sees it.
We're gonna immediately yell and point at Race, going, "Get out of the water! Get out of the water!" There's Cayman right there.
All right.
A
Okay.
crocodile, I think, is what we would call it.
Yeah,
Race.
yeah, yellow point.
This is a classic scene. You're up to your chest in water. You got this corpse near you. You start to hear the boys starting to yell to you, crocodile.
Am I close to the boat to grab it and try to pull myself
You would
out
have
of the
to,
boat?
yeah, I mean, you'd have to get back up. You didn't get to the corpse yet. You're kind of in between. Corpse is one side, boat's the other. You could probably get up, but this thing is coming out of the water quickly, or
I'm,
coming out of the
I'm,
bank that it was hiding in.
I'm really tempted to wrestle the crocodile.
Well, I'm gonna need it's coming at you. Do you want to fight it, dodge it,
Johnny can shoot it.
or
Yeah,
no one's got you can pull out a gun and try to shoot it, but it's gonna yes, that would be fighting back.
Will the quest gun work underwater?
What's your dex?
My dex is scrolling up. 90.
Oh yeah, you're faster than this. It's yours. This thing's coming out at you, that classic. Its mouth's open, you can see its full head. It's rushing at you wide
Oh
open.
yeah, I'll give a shot with my quest gun.
You're at point blank range too, so you get a bonus.
Yeah, it's a hit. And my damage is 12 points of damage.
You definitely slap a bullet into it. Its hide's pretty strong. You hit it, but it is still coming at you.
What's going on, boys? What's with the shooting?
Okay, so just setting the scene. Races in that water, just shot. You hear the gunshot go off. It's going to be on him here in a second. At the same time as all this is happening, Bandit, you get hit by a something.
Hit by
Something
a something.
Yeah,
Like,
something hits you, like
like
a rock or
hard enough to knock me to the ground, or
nope, just
okay, yeah, just spinning around and just kind of spinning around, looking for what it might be.
all right. So you instantly smell that, there's a bone. You got hit by a bone, you think?
Looking down on the ground.
Yeah,
It,
it's a broken bone, piece of bone, broken.
Now, does he
uh,
help out?
yeah, yeah, yeah. With yell, pick it up, and bark, 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 bark. With it hanging out of one side of my mouth, and I'll bring it over to Johnny and Haji.
All right. Johnny, how do you see that? Are you looking away from what's going to happen here to race? 69,
Uh, I'm Bandit's got my attention, so I'm looking where he is.
which is nothing.
Yeah,
It comes out at you. The Cayman comes out at you. That shot must have thrown it off. It's moving away.
but yeah, I'll be focused on Bandit as well. I think Race can handle himself. Plus, Bandit is demanding attention, so I'll look at him at the bone and
He's got a little piece of bone in the side of his mouth. It's human,
like uh
like a cigar sticking out of his mouth now.
okay. And the long bones that Race found, did we see those? Or are they like, does
Hasn't
this look
passed him
like,
up, but it's clean. It's just as clean that skull.
how did you get that bone, Bandit? Where did you find it?
And I'll, with the bone hanging out of my mouth, kind of walk back to, or kind of hop or run over back to where I was, spin around in a kind of a circle, and then like just throw the bone off in a direction, and then spin in a circle some more.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump to Dr. Quest again. Are you still examining or are
Well,
you doing?
did we all just decide to ignore Race shooting a gun?
Apparently so.
Because I yelled out, "What's with the gun shooting, boys?" As I got up, I heard a gunshot. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, we
Uh,
probably said that he was being attacked by a crocodile, but then
So yeah, you would have heard
Bandit
this.
came.
This is all going
It's
at the
race
same time. This
business.
is all
Right.
confusing.
I would have, if they said a Cayman's attacking them, I would have tossed them their rifles and said, "We got to take care of we got to chase the animal away."
Yeah, as you're reaching for those rifles, they've got Bandit running around them, barking. There's
Priorities, boys,
something
priorities.
sticking out of his mouth.
So what I'll do then instead is I'll step up, put one foot on the railing, and level my rifle at the Cayman, and fire.
All right. Yeah, take a shot at it. It's past race, and it's
Right.
bleeding from that shot that race, the bullet that he put into it.
Yeah. I got a 51 out of 60, so I hit. Got 10 points damage.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, you can see that it's definitely injured. There's
Yeah.
blood coming out of it. It's not
Race, what are
moving
you
very
doing in the
fast.
water?
You see now, Benton, that there is a corpse right next to him.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach my hand down to help Race get out of the water.
All right, boys, what are you doing? Johnny, we'll just do Johnny first.
So Dad came up and gave us these rifles, but he told me priorities, but I'm a 13-year-old boy, so I'm just still looking with the rifle in my hand, not looking at Race, but trying to see where uh, Bandit threw the bone, see if I can spot anything.
And then, Haji, what are you doing?
Turning back towards race, but I'm just got the rifle in hand. I don't, if there's any threat, but sounds like it's already done because uh, there's already been a shot and the Cayman's going away.
All right, so Race, you're kind of busy. Are you taking Dr. Quest's hand?
Yes.
So,
I,
and then Bandit is still up on his box barking with the bone.
I guess uh, I'm gonna make my way down. I mean, and try to. Do I have any even a rough idea of what side it came at me from?
Yeah, you can. It came from the trees.
Okay, on our side of the river.
Yeah, on the side that the wreck is on.
Oh, okay.
You haven't really looked up. You've been running around, barking.
Okay. Okay. Can I can I get to that side of the
Mhm.
river? Okay. Then yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Look.
I'll stash the bone with my things, and then uh jump off towards the trees, kind of doing a meandering, snuffling around, trying to smell for
Oh,
something of note.
is Bandit actually jumping off the boat? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, if I can. It's the opposite side from the Cayman, right?
No, no, all action has been taken on this same side. But yes, the Cayman is kind of more in the front of the boat. You're towards the middle. Yeah,
Okay.
and the Cayman's bleeding and looks nearly dead.
Yeah, in that case, then yeah, check the water real quick. If it looks clean, jumping in that direction,
And it's going over the side.
and paddling away.
All right, so if I've got this right, Benton is helping race up. Johnny is watching Bandit. Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
then
I'll
Haji was
try to stop him
helping.
from jumping, but I'll be too late or something.
Yeah, and
Bandit,
Haji,
no!
you were going to Dr. Quest, right, Benton?
Yep, just watching kind of what's going on that side. So I'm not paying attention to Bandit or Johnny.
So it looks like only Dr. Quest, give me a spot hidden as you're helping race up.
My spot hit. No, I got an 84 out of 50. So I'm too busy worrying about whether he's got Amazon giant leeches all over him at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. Okay, so Bandit, Johnny, you go rushing to the side. Bandit, and he goes into the water. Bandit, as you're in the water, it's a short swim to the shore, but before you can get to the shore, there's something big that slithers swims right near you, passes by you, kind of moving fast. Johnny, you be
Or
looking down. You're looking at
passes
Bandit.
by me towards the
It's a big
boat or away.
anaconda. No,
Okay.
it's going back the way you're coming. It's a very large snake.
Okay.
Bandit, be careful. There are all kinds of creatures there.
Bork, bork! And I'll give that a wide berth and keep making my way onto shore.
He's going on. Bandit is going on to shore. You've got this very large anaconda that's going by, and actually, races. You're coming up. You see a few snakes as well in the water. Everything seems to be moving away from something. It's going backward the way you came.
As if they're moving away from our destination.
Mm-hmm.
I pointed out to Dr. Quest. Dr. Quest,
Yeah.
look.
Quest is lifting you up, putting you on the boat.
What-
Haji,
what
you
is
see
he-
all this. You can either go to Johnny or to Race.
I'll stay with Race for right now.
Okay. Go ahead, Dr.
You're-
Quest.
Is that an anaconda? Good God. What were you thinking jumping in the water?
Oh well. I just needed a refreshment, I guess. But
You see-
you're right, Dr. Quest, as always. Let's see if the skipper has a boat hook to fish up the body.
As he brings you the hook, you start to see more of these it's more animals, more crocodile, well, these caimans and more snakes in the water moving past you. Bandit, you make it to the shore.
Okay.
Hurry up it.
Yeah. Just smelling around. Looking to see if I can find anything of note.
You smell something odd that takes you right to the tree.
Hmm.
And it's up. Something's up into the tree.
Yeah, so and just kind of hopping up and down at the base of the tree.
As you're looking up, and Johnny, are you kind of following all this with your eyes, or what are you?
I'm following and keeping my rifle ready and aimed if any came and try to snatch him. And I'll probably also shout like, "Dad, Dad, Bandit jumped over!" But I'm not gonna move or care about Race because Bandit is there and Bandit is my dog. I want to make sure he's okay. Um, like, how far is it from boat to shore? And how many creatures do I see in the water?
From there to maybe the shore, 15 feet, like 3 meters or so.
So if I take a good jump, it'll be like 10 feet to swim still or something.
Yeah, you could definitely get close, but you're not gonna make it to the.
Yeah, well, I would
You know.
jump a few feet into the water and then because all the creatures that are swimming by are very preoccupied with getting away from whatever is
That's what
where
it
I'm
seems
not
like.
interested.
And given that this would be a very
Okay, maybe-
cinematic thing, there's gonna be some. Let's say there's some vines coming down.
Oh, yeah. I'll definitely do I'll swing to shore and stay with Bandit, make sure he's okay. I assume the rifle has a strap, so I can just strap it on my back and I'll reach out, barely grab the vine, and take the vine and try and swing to shore. Do you want me
I'm
to
not gonna
roll
make
for
you.
that or
No, let's this would be cool. You land over there. Let's go.
what is it, Bandit? Be careful here. There are all sorts of creatures here.
As you start to say that, both you and Bandit start to get pelted with fruit, bits of bone, things like that from what looks like monkeys start to come out, start to appear in that tree. Um, they look like monkeys. They've got maybe these weird floppy ears, though.
Oh,
Haji, you definitely hear, you just saw, and I'm sure Race and Dr. Quest, you just saw Haji just grab a vine and Tarzan it to the other side.
yeah.
heard my Tarzan yell.
You boys be careful over there.
Can I do? I have 50 natural world. I want to see if I can see if I recognize these creatures from any of my dad's lessons or
Yeah, give me a
39. So regular?
You do not recognize them. They're not monkeys. Although they look like a very strange monkey, but nothing that you've seen in your father's books that he's been and all this blathering on about all the different animals that are around here. No, nothing like this. And as you're looking at it closer, you're looking up at these things, and this isn't really doing any damage. It's just annoying, these little things that are hitting you. Um, there's maybe their faces look more, well, they're definitely kind of monkeyish, but they've got these little tentacles around its nose. These long, multiple little tentacles. And these things are about not a half meter, uh, 40 centimeters.
Okay.
They're
And
big.
just for my visual, they have big ears. Are they like standing up or are they more floppy?
They're more floppy. They've got big eyes at you. They're a brownish color. There's no hair on their arms, but they have like hands as well on their arms and their feet. And as you're looking, their tails are also hairless. But their little nose that comes out, there's these tentacles that are hanging down from that, like almost a beard or a mustache, a long mustache. And they're
Haji,
moving.
you should see these weird creatures.
What are
Bandit, you
they? Never
swear
seen
they're
anything like
laughing
that.
at you. Bandit, you swear they're laughing at you.
Laughing at me.
Oh, that's just got me even more furious then. Yeah, just barking all
Oh,
like mad. I'm doing flips off of the trunk of the tree.
okay. Maybe we should head back and get Dad Bandit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know what these things are.
race, Dr. Quest, Haji, the front of the boat. You start to see that those creatures that have been passing you, there's a couple larger shadows in the water now. That doesn't seem to be like a snake, although pretty close to a snake, but maybe does it have arms?
Reese, what do you make of that there? It's hard to tell, but we're okay.
It's
Just to clarify, our boat is stationary at the moment, right?
Yes, he's anchored it. Yes.
And the animals are swimming downstream.
Yes, they're swimming. You're going
Okay,
upstream towards the village. They're
right. They're
moving away.
swimming down. The water's
Mhm.
moving downstream. They're moving
Yeah.
downstream. And these things that we're seeing, are they upstream from us?
Yes, they're coming towards
So
you,
they're moving towards
straight
us.
towards the boat. This is very
Um,
reminiscent of what you had done a year ago, but instead of just blasting all these animals or these crocodiles and stuff, they seem to be moving away from you.
they seem to just be migrating
Yeah,
south, away from us.
fast.
Um, what do you suppose that is over there? I mean, I saw an anaconda. It was pretty big, but those are bigger.
yes, they are way
Are
too
they
big for anything I know.
are they fish? Are they rocks?
As you say that, they're moving like a fish, but there's clearly arms in there, and they're about 8 foot long things that are coming towards you. You can see that dark shadow. There's at least three that you see coming. Haji, you see
Well,
this as well.
I reach over and I grab Race's rifle and I toss it to him. And Haji, we could use your help. And
What do you
let's
need?
move up to the front. I don't know if we're about to be attacked by something or not. If they go by, let them go. But we don't know what those are. So we're ready.
As you're looking at this, you can hear all the things going on behind you with Johnny and Bandit barking and Johnny yelling out and that distraction. You've got three things that are coming into the water. You can see the two split to the left and right, and one comes straight at, and there may be ripples of something else further back. The one that's coming straight at the boat is it's literally coming straight at the boat.
Well,
It's big.
usually animals don't just crash into things. They go around them.
And as it's getting closer, the water's pretty clear here.
We get a better look at it.
You can see that it's furry, maybe, and it's got arms, a head that comes down. It's weird. You've never seen anything like it, and it's coming straight. That one that you're kind of focused on is coming right at you.
Race for impact, I yell to everyone.
What is that thing?
Maybe it's a giant capybara.
Something.
As you say that, it leaps out of the water.
Is it leaping out of the water close enough to where it looks like it's going to jump onto the boat?
It's going to come right onto the boat. It is
I
leaping
fire.
onto the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Fire
Yeah, let's
at it.
go in decks
Sure.
here. Let's start. I think race is the first.
Yep. I'm going to use my laser debiliter. And that's a miss.
Wow, race missed.
Yeah.
It is moving pretty fast at you.
Actually, it's a malfunction.
No!
It's a
You-
94 and my malfunction is 90.
Oh, Dr. Quest, you just hear this. And
I'll bring it up. We are playing Pulp. You can use luck to not malfunction.
True.
if you want,
How much luck is
I
it? Is it 1
have
to
to
1?
spend. Where is it?
Ten
Yeah,
luck, I believe.
yeah, usually it's like 10,
Yeah, 10
stuff
luck.
like that. To
Yeah,
Oh,
10
yeah.
luck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm using 10
It doesn't
luck.
mean that your gun works, but it does mean that it's not broken. So,
Yeah.
Right, and maybe it's gotten wet, or maybe in the chaos of what's going on here, yeah, it doesn't fire.
Okay.
But it's not smoking, anything like that.
Oh, I forgot I need to switch this thing here and move the settings in
there you
here.
go.
Haji, I think you're next.
Okay. What do I got to roll against? Deck or something else?
Oh, what are you doing, Haji?
I've got that rifle in hand and I'm going to attempt to
You should
Probably
have
rifle.
look at
Rifle.
your combat. Should have a rifle listed.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably at 40
yeah,
or something.
rifle. I've just got range, mouth. What is the piece that I need to roll against?
You have
Do
skill,
skill?
60.
Say that again. Oh,
You have
skill is 20.
Yeah, 20.
Just got to roll.
Haji's not very good at guns.
Yeah, roll below that. And
Yes, roll below that.
I actually got a 19.
Oh, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, then roll your damage
That's 2d6.
as this thing is coming up out of the water.
3, 7.
Oh, nice. All right, at that same time, it is leaping onto the deck. Now you get a full view of this thing. Give me race, Haji and Dr. Quest, give me a POW roll.
26. Uh, yeah, that's hard.
I got
That's a
42, just a little above half.
Okay.
and a fail for me.
Race, I'll just describe. You see, and all three of you are seeing this at first. It's this long-armed creature, kind of fish-like, lots of sharp teeth coming out of it. It's got these fins off the side of its head and a broad finned back. It's long, it's 8 foot long, and it's hair all over it.
Yeah, it's not racist
This
day. First, there was a mistake of judgment by jumping into the water. Then his shooting is subpar. Now this thing.
And with
He's
that, give me a sanity roll on this weird thing.
does it have legs or
No
just
legs.
Good
arms?
question.
No legs, just arms.
it's a fail for
All
sanity.
right. Give me 1D. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get to it. 1D6 on this thing.
2.
All right, take two. Race noticeable or audibly gasps out at this thing that's coming out. Dr. Quest and Haji, you see the same thing coming up, but maybe it kind of blinks for a second, a trick of the light or something like that. But for a minute, you swear it's a creature. It's a very weird creature. Um, More snake-like, more segmented, long body, arms still, but they're very clawed. It looks like maybe it has bone. It's got it like a human-like face, but bony protrusions that come out, very large red eyes, and it's not hair. Again, maybe some kind of tentacle-like things, some kind of antenna, some kind of feelers off the back of its head. Um,
Like dreadlocks, but
yeah, I would,
not
yeah, very
hair.
much like dreadlocks, red colored like that. And then fins, it doesn't have the fins, but it I don't know what you would call these long, basically fins that runs the entire length of its body that kind of tapers down towards its tail. And I need a sanity roll from you too.
I got a 14. I'm fine.
You're fine. This is
Uh,
fascinating, Doctor.
this
I
is
got a
all
50.
this is all in a split second because I'm falling
Yes,
back as I'm firing.
exactly. This is Haji.
I got a 50. My sanity's 80.
Yeah, you're fine. But as that blink, it goes back to that furry thing. And then Johnny, well, we'll go to Johnny on the shoreline. What's Bandit's dex? 70. Oh, sorry. Let's do Bandit first, and then Johnny.
Okay. I mean, I actually let Johnny go first because
You're gonna
until
hold.
yeah,
Yeah.
until I follow his lead, I'm just gonna kind of stand here and stand on the beach and just bark angrily.
Okay,
Kick
so
the water off.
these not monkey creatures, they're just bothering us, right? They're not really attacking or hurting us.
No, not at this moment.
And do I assume we hear the commotion on the boat?
Oh yeah, you hear firing. Race is probably cursing and gasping at the same time.
Okay, I'll take out my rifle and do I have a clear line of shot from where I am? Because there are I'm a bit farther away, and there are a
It
few.
would be a
They're
little
close to
bit
the
difficult
creature.
because yeah, the boats are higher than what the bank is, the side, and you would Haji's there.
The wheelhouse is probably in the way too.
Yeah, you do see that there's a black something in the water.
And is it kind of the same outline as this
Oh,
creature that's attacked? Okay. And it's not swimming away. I'm like
no,
pretty
it's
sure
getting
about.
right up next to the side of the boat.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna shoot for the easy target then, and to prevent future harm. It's just a rifle shot. Nine. Oh wait, 92.
Unless you want to spend the luck.
I mean that's 42 luck. Let's
Nah,
let's not do that. I
that's
mean,
perfect.
I'm
It's
all
still in the
for spending
water.
luck, but
Still in the water. The bullet hits that water and it kind of floats down, breaks its you don't think you hit it. Dr. Quest, you were coming back, things coming up, you're taking your shot.
Yeah. I got a 58 out of 60 as I sort of fall back. Oh, crap. 7 points of damage. So I don't
Oh,
really know what I'm aiming at, but I hit it.
you hit it. The bullet goes into it. And it's some kind of something's gooey coming out of it.
Okay. But I probably fall backwards onto the
Yeah, is this thing's
deck.
gonna land right onto the deck? Um, Bandit, there's a lot of these monkeys, and they're starting to come down the sides. Johnny's got his back now turned. You got this tree, multiple trees, and they're starting to come down multiple trees. It's not just the one tree now. You start to see that the forest maybe there's lots of them coming down.
Okay.
And as they get further and closer to you, they're they're laughing. There's a laugh. They're chuckling to themselves, giggling this high-pitched, girly, teenage girl like giggle as they're coming down. Their claws are digging into the tree itself. Their long tails, and they're starting this chirping, and they're kind of laughing at each other coming down. And those little tentacles starting to. You're getting freaked out. I need a bandit to roll some kind of sanity here.
Okay. Sure thing. Let's see. 70, and that's a 12, so
Oh, you're
I
good.
succeed. Um, in that case,
They will be on top of you next round.
okay, I'm backing up, kind of taking a defensive position towards shore. The shore, trying to put Johnny between me and them.
Yeah. Too bad you don't have your armor on,
Indeed.
like you had suggested earlier. All right, top of the round race. This thing just splats onto the deck right next to you. It is ugly. Um, Somehow it can lift it, even though the body looks weird. It and narrow, but somehow it almost lifts itself up like a snake, kind of a cobra like, with its arms out right next to you.
I calm myself down, steady my breath, take the proper shooting position, and attempt to shoot it once more.
Yeah, you're point blank. You get a bonus die. It's right on you.
And that's a 03, so that's a extreme.
Nice. Give me your damage on that one.
16 points of damage.
Oh, 16?
Yes, 16.
This would be the same one. That Yeah, that doesn't kill it, but it's definitely you blow a big chunk into it. It bullet definitely sinks into it. Or you're using the fancy gun, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, with that thing, it burns a hole into it. It shoots this weird laser like out and it drops. You've killed it.
Drops dead. Oh,
Yeah, it seems like it's dropped dead. Yeah, it's that classic twitching still, but yeah, it's drops dead right there.
Boys, where are you?
I'm still
I
up on
don't
the
see.
deck.
Yeah, I don't see
There,
Johnny.
there's one more in the water. It's coming for your boat. I tried
You
to shoot
hear
it, but I missed.
that um yeah, Haji, at the same time and Johnny, you're gonna see it. That one that you just shot at is coming up the side of the boat. Um
It's climbing up onto
it's
the boat.
climbing up the side of the boat.
Race there. We'll
Yeah.
turn our rifles towards it.
focus our fire on it.
Yep.
All right. Let me see. I've got Haji, you're next.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at the one that's coming up because he's pointed it
Yeah,
out.
you can reach over the side and shoot down at it.
Okay. And nope, I failed.
Okay. Goes into the water. Bandit. These things are coming down and they're starting to come faster. Johnny doesn't seem to be paying any attention to this stuff. In fact, his back is to you. He's right on the edge of the shoreline.
Yeah, I'll is Johnny wearing pants?
Oh, he probably his classic pants and blue jeans
Yeah.
again.
In that
Yeah.
case, I'm gonna tug on his pant leg and then in the opposite direction.
Okay, so Bandit Johnny, you've got this dog pulling at you.
Oh, I'll definitely look at where Bandit is my dog. So I'll check out what's happening. Turn around, maybe see all these weird non-monkey like creatures coming towards us.
And I'll need a
I,
sanity since you're taking this in.
yeah, fair, definitely fair. And if I can, I want to just pick up Bandit and then swing back. But let's do sand first then, because maybe
Yeah.
that'll 74. I think that's barely a fail. Let's see. Yeah, sanity is 70, so I failed.
Take a 1d3 hit.
Oh, no insanity, yeah, for now.
No, no.
One.
All right. Again, it shakes you a wee bit, but you can grab that vine, grab
Yeah,
Bandit,
yeah.
and get out of here.
And if I can, I want to angle it as much away from the creature that's climbing up the boat as I can. Just
Give me-
making that clear.
Just to make sure everything goes right, give me an acrobatics as he swings back.
83. So that's, I mean, I started good, but now I'm just, no. Uh,
In luck. Or do you want to push the roll?
what would happen? How would I push it?
If
Because I'm
you
already,
push it, you were trying to swing, you've got Bandit in your arms. I'm going to give you a choice. Bandit falls out of your arms and you make it to the deck where you want it to. The other choice, if you fail this push roll, the other choice is you land on the deck with Bandit, but you're right next to the creature and it'll have an attack.
I'll push it because I have 60 in acrobatics. So
Right.
statistically speaking, this should be a pass.
Right.
And let's roll first, and then we'll decide if we need to. 71. Perfect. Let's make it over and stop right next to the creature, because then I feel like I'm just screwing over us both instead of only Bandit.
All right. And then now back to Dr. Quest. This thing is up onto the boat now.
Yeah,
Johnny is
I'll
swinging.
fire at it.
Just don't
What do you
miss.
think it is, Race? As I fire my gun, seems to be some sort of or I want to say snake, and I can't think of the word in Latin. Orphidian. And bang, I fire. I got a 51, which is still another pass.
You're just plucking away at these.
11.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's oozing that same goo out of it.
Now, does it look, I'm trying to think, does it look like an animal, or does it look like it has some intelligence behind that
Oh, those eyes look intelligent.
Ophidian face?
Those eyes look intelligent. Everything it's been doing. Yeah.
I feel like Dr. Quest would be, oh, Race, I think that it's a human in a costume. What a shame. But we shoot first and ask questions later.
We can
always
examine later.
dissect it. I'm going to dissect that one. But, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the boat. Race, top of the round again. Johnny just lands clumsily with the dog, with the bandit in his arms, right next to the one that Dr. Quest just shot. Johnny's up, but it's going to be on him. The creature's going to be on him. But that's off to the right of the boat. On the left, on the opposite side, is another. You see this arm come reaching up over the side of it.
My instinct would be to protect Johnny, so I will move in, try to interpose myself between the creature and Johnny. If case necessary, take the... Yes.
You would have to almost tackle it. He's right next to it. I mean, you would have to make it across and tackle this thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Could we do something sort of coordinated where I yell, Skipper, gun it? And just as the skipper guns the ship, Race hits the creature and hopefully flips it over the...
Yeah. Give a judo throw to tackle it outside the boat.
Yeah.
You can yell that out, Dr. Quest, and then Race is going to roll his judo. Yeah, sorry, judo. And let's see how this goes.
Ooh, yeah, that's a hard success for my judo.
All right, you grab a hold of him. What are you doing? Are you trying to knock it, or are you trying to just grab it?
Knock it out of the boat.
Yeah. Okay, boat just takes off. Everybody kind of lunges a little bit. I'm gonna need a dex roll from Johnny to see if he stays upright, just because you landed really awkward.
Good plan, Dad.
You never got quite your footing yet, so
16. So finally my luck is turning. That's a hard. That should be enough, right? Otherwise I can make it.
You're holding bandit right here, I'm assuming still.
Yeah.
Okay, so Race, you've hit this thing. It's strong. You can feel that you hit it, and it's like hitting not a tree, but it's pretty solid. Give me a strength roll just to... What was your judo roll again? Was it hard?
Our success.
Yeah, give me a strength roll with advantage on that, just to see if you can.
If it was Aikido, you could use the creature's strength against him.
There you go. It would be cool if you could flip this, but it just doesn't feel like a
It's a
human.
hard
Okay.
success for
All
sure.
right. I like it. I like this. Johnny's got Bandit next to him. You've tackled it. What do you want to do? You want to flip it? Do you want to just football tackle, like slam
Without
into
going over yourself.
without going? You're fine though. You're no more rolling.
Yeah, I would probably do a judo throw over my back, like over my shoulder, tossing it head first into the water.
Okay. You do that. It's heavy. You strained, but your training comes through and it flips over. Haji, that other one is up.
So we have another one. Yeah, so I'll shoot
Yeah.
at that one. I was aiming at this one, but since it's overboard now, I'll shoot it. I'll look at the next one and fire at it. And I failed again.
Now, Haji, you also have some pulp talent, so kind of, yeah, maybe you want to do something else. All right. You took your shot, and then we are Bandit. Did you want to do anything? You're still in Johnny's arms. Do you want to jump down?
Yeah, I guess I'll jump down, run over to my kit, my little rocket armor, and just kind of do some circles around it and try to get Johnny's attention.
Uh, Dr. Quest, I put stuff in here on Bandit's rocket armor after just quickly after numerous near-death experiences, Dr. Benton Quest built a bulletproof suit for Bandit. He also provided some enhancements. Bandit can fly now short distances, deploy a mechanical arm, to pick up small objects, open doors. It contains a homing device that can be returned, to activate it, and he will return home. Um, what else? Do you want to add something else? You've got the laser on there.
Um, yeah, he can spray an oil slick behind him if he's being chased. Might make the thing slippery, and the ship, the boat going forward all of a sudden might cause it to slide off the ship, or at least make it easier to knock off.
Cool. All right. Bandit, you remember that you've added this little extra
It's activated when he lifts his leg.
his leg. That's awesome. All right. So you're Bandit, you're trying to get somebody to put this thing on you, your suit.
Yep.
And I guess Johnny, you did yours, Dr. Quest?
I'm putting the suit on Bandit
Okay, that's perfect.
quickly.
It goes on
Bandit.
really fast. You've made it so it's pretty quick to slap onto him.
Bandit, I need you to go spread the oil slick at that creature's feet. Doesn't have feet. Around the creature. Make it slippery. You know what I'm saying.
All right, top of the round, race. You knocked one off. There's another one on the other side.
Yes, I would like to change the settings on my laser debilitator to non-lethal stun and
Oh,
shoot it with that.
Give me a shot.
That is a hit. So, may the creature please make a con roll.
Thank you for reminding me. I was trying to scroll down to see what I. Oh, it definitely it seems to, do that shake and drops to the side.
It's an outside the book.
Give me a luck roll to see if it stays on or off the.
No, that's a fail.
Oh. All right, Dr. Quest, he seems to have stunned it, but as it falls, it tumbles over the side. Skipper
It
has
does.
has gunned the boat and
All
is
right.
taking off.
So we're getting away from it.
Yes.
Just as I was pulling out my net gun to possibly capture a live specimen, what do you think that was, Race? I've never seen anything like it. A completely new species. Looked intelligent,
Yes,
too.
it was like a mix of a snake, a fish, and a squid or something.
We'll have to send out a team some year to see if we can identify these creatures. Might be a whole new species.
Yes, that would be a great discovery.
Dr. Quest, or give me an occult roll.
What's my occult? No, I
20.
got 20. I got 46 out of 20. So
Do you want to spend a luck?
that's a lot of luck. Uh, I mean, let's just say that I can say that. I mean, it seemed like some mythological creature, but maybe out of Hindu mythology or something like that. But other than that, I mean, were they covered in scales like snake?
As you're thinking about it, you do have one on the deck.
That's true. I'll probably take a good look at it and start dissecting it. I'll take photographs. I'm sure I brought something to take photographs with.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some recording equipment, you've got, whatever you need on that, dissection kits, things like.
Yeah. Skipper,
Oh,
how long do you think before we get to our where we're going
oh,
from
it's
here?
it's not long. We don't have much further to go.
Cool.
As he says all that, and you're turning towards the one that you had killed, it just starts to dissolve
Classic.
and becomes liquefied.
Oh, it's deliquescing. I need to get some samples of it. How bizarre.
Yeah, you can grab some of the liquid goo that's left behind, but that goo kind of just quickly starts to disappear.
It's bizarre. It's just deliquescing like certain kinds of mushrooms do.
There were also some weird creatures on the shore, Dad. Look over there. Maybe you can still see them. Like some sort of monkeys, but they had tentacles for mouths and
I don't know.
Guys,
Strange things out here in the
and
Amazon.
what I also wanted to do is Paul below deck?
no,
Can
he's
we
in the
see
cabin.
him?
He's in the or the wheelhouse with the.
What was his reaction to all these extraordinary creatures?
He didn't seem to be. He didn't come out to help.
Okay, just checking.
All right, so you got to calm. No one really got hurt. Bandit keeping his armor on for a little while.
Maybe it's a good idea for him to keep that on out here. In fact,
Right.
you know what? I'm going to install one more thing onto his armor, and that's floaties.
Floaties. I like it. Okay.
Crocodile proof floaties.
All right, and we'll probably call it here as you pull up, as the Esmeralda pulls up to a well-made dock. Um, it's late afternoon. Um, eh, Skipper and Paul come out. They start to tie down the ship. You see that there's a bell on the ship itself, and you can hear that the skipper pulls it. Um, And on the shore, you see these piles of the trinoxide covered in tarps. And there's a mining cart there on its tracks. And the tracks kind of go off. You can see that it goes into a clearing, and maybe there's huts further into that clearing. That vegetation that's under the shade is still that purplish violet hues. It's very beautiful, but it's again odd. The forest is quiet. Mosquitoes. You hear the
Bugs.
swarms of large mosquitoes. And you start to see almost dark clouds that start to form around the ship of these mosquitoes.
Be sure to put up your mosquito netting before you go to bed.
They're starting to plague you.
Yeah.
And we will end it right there.
Cool. Our players included Cohen Lighton, Shane Hartman, Leszek Theisler, Luke Strom, and myself with Thomas Grooms as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Pulp Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.